Hey guys, we're talking about the volume of composite figures. And you can see I already started this problem. So Ms. Coulter is building a set of stairs for the stage in the gym. How many cubes are needed for the staircase? Show or explain how. We know. Okay. So I'm going to take a look here, and I'm going to start with this kind of bottom layer right here, okay? And for this bottom layer of cubes, I know that it's 3 by 4. All right, so I know that that's 3 by 4. I know that I have 12 cubes on this very bottom layer. And then this layer of cubes right here, all right, I know that that's also 3 by 4. And so I have 3 by 4. I have 12 cubes for that second layer. It's a little sloppy. For my third layer, I only have 1 by 4. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4 cubes for that third layer. 1 times 4. All right. And then in my fourth layer, okay, I have the same. I have 4 cubes. 1 times 4 is equal to 4. So I have 12 plus 12 is 24. Plus 4 is 26. Plus 4, sorry, 12 plus 4, yeah, 24. 20 plus 4 is 28. Plus 4 is 32. Okay, so I need 32 cubes. All right, and that's because I broke this up into 4 layers. I had this 1 layer here, 2, 3, and 4. Another way I could have looked at that, and what you're going to find is better for you, more efficient, is if I had broken it up into 2 shapes. If I had this rectangular prism right here, okay, which I know is 2 by 4 by 3, and so I would have gone, okay, 4 times 3 is 12 times 2 is 24. That's my, all right, and then this second shape right here, this second rectangular prism, which I know was 2 by 1 by 4, and so I would have gone 2 times 1, excuse me, times 4 is equal to 8, and then I would have added the 24 plus the 8 and gotten 32 cubes. Okay, so this is the more efficient way, and this is going to be what we're doing for most of the rest of this lesson. So diving right into this next shape, I want to determine the total volume occupied by the 2 blocks pictured below. And here I have 2 rectangular prisms, and I'm going to break them up into this little one here and this larger one here. Okay, and so in order to find the volume of the whole thing, I'm going to take each of these shapes and find the volume of those. All right, so I know that this is a cube. It's 6 by 6. And then over here I know that this is also 6 because down here I know that this is 6. So I have 6 times 6 times 6. All right. And so 6 times 6 times 6 gives me 36 times 6, which is equal to 216 inches cubed. All right, so that's for my first prism. And then my second prism down here, I have a prism that is 6 times 6 times 18. All right, and so I'm going to do 18 times 6 is 108 times 6, and that's going to give me 648. So I have 648 inches cubed. So that's for each, this looks like an M, that's for each of my prisms. I'm going to take those 2 and add them together. I'm going to go 216 plus 648, and that's going to give me a total of 864 inches cubed for this entire figure right here. Okay, so I have this composite here, which is composed of this rectangular prism and then this triangular prism And we'll start with the rectangular prism because it's easier. So I'm going to go for my rectangular prism. I know that volume is equal to length times width times height. All right, and so I don't care which order that is. We'll say that length is 3 centimeters times 4 centimeters times 12.5 centimeters. All right, and that's going to give me 12 times 12.5. 12 times 12.5, and that gives me 150 centimeters cubed for the bottom part of my birdhouse, the rectangular prism. All right, and so my volume for a triangular prism is equal to volume equals base times H1 divided by 2 times H2. What does that mean, Miss Syed? Okay, well, in this case, I'm going to just do this first section as if I'm doing the area of this triangle right here, like that. All right, so I'm going to go 4 times 3 divided by 2, and that's going to give me 12. All right, so 4 times 3 is 12 divided by 2 will give me 6. Okay, so then I have 6 times, and then my H2 in this case is this right here, this length, which is 12.5. So 6 times 12.5. 6 times 12.5 is going to give me 200 centimeters cubed. So I add these together. I have 200 centimeters cubed plus 150 centimeters cubed. My total volume for this is 350 centimeters cubed. Let's go down and do our homework together. All right, my volume of a composite figure. So for this shape, I'm going to go ahead and color in my 2 rectangular prisms. Okay. So a wooden step stool for a kindergartner shown below. It will be painted in bright yellow paint. How much wood is needed to construct the step stool, also known as volume? Show or explain. Okay, so in this case, I have 2 by 1, 2, 3, 4 by 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 2 by 4 by 4. All right, for this one. I'm going to go 2 times 4 times 4, which gives me 8 times 4, which is 32. All right, 32 units cubed. And then for this part of the step stool, I have 1 by 2 here by 4. This is 4 here, okay? And so I'm going to go 1 times 2 times 4, which gives me 2 times 4, which gives me 8 units cubed. Okay, so in total, I'm going to have 40 units cubed. Taking a look at number 2. Michaela built this birdhouse. Determine how many cubic inches of space are inside the birdhouse. Show and or explain your work. We are going to show our work, all right? We're not just going to explain it. So I'm going to break this figure into my rectangular prism and my triangular prism. And in this case, I will do the triangular prism first. So I'm going to write my volume equation. Volume is equal to mistake. Okay. So I'm going go ahead and fill this in as if this here, and I know that that's 5 inches. Okay, so I have here, this is 10 inches total, so this is 6. So my height is 4. My height of my triangle is 4, so I have 5 times 4 divided by 2, which gives me 5 times 4 is 20, divided by 2 is 10. And I'm going to multiply that by 8.5, this length right here, times 8 1/2. And I'll convert that to a decimal. So 10 times 8.5 is going to give me 85. I just moved that decimal over one place. So I have 85 inches cubed, and that's for this section right here, my triangular prism. And then for my rectangular prism, I have 5 by 8.5 by 6. So if my volume is equal to length times width times height, I'm going to go volume equals 5 times 8.5 times 6. 5 times 8 times 6. Let me redo that. 5 times 8.5 times 6 gives me 255 inches cubed. I add these together, 255 plus 85 is going to give me 340 inches cubed to fill in my birdhouse. All right, and the rest of this homework is an area and circumference practice of circles, and I think we have beaten that to death. So if you still do not know how to find the area or the circumference of a circle, that is okay. Please go to one of the many, many earlier videos that we have on this subject. Have an awesome night, guys, and I will see you tomorrow.